I'm so glad you came. I was afraid you might have changed your mind.
Well, why should I?
Well, I saw JR yesterday, and we had quite a blowout about Cliff.
He mentioned that, but frankly, with all the fighting that's been going on with our families, I think it's so important that you and I remain friends.
I feel the same way.
I just can't help but think that things would be so much better if everybody would stop blaming JR for everything that went wrong.
Well, there's quite a lot to blame him for this time.
Well, I know how much you care about Cliff, but, well, Pam, he did pull the trigger.
Well, that hasn't been proven, and if he did it for a good reason.
Well, reason or not, that's a very irrational act. I mean, no sane person tries to kill somebody.
Well, if he is irrational, Sue Ellen, who do you think made him that way?
He's always been that way. He may be your brother, but even you have to admit that.
I don't admit that.
Practically everything Cliff has ever done has been directed against the Ewings. That certainly is not rational.
I don't believe I'm hearing this. Are you saying the Barnes-Ewing feud is one-sided?
No, of course not. But feuding is one thing. Murder is something else. The Ewings have never tried to kill a Barnes.
Maybe not with a gun, but they certainly have in business.
There is a difference.
JR tried to destroy Cliff.
That gives him no right to try to kill him.
Well, maybe he didn't.
Well, the police are pretty sure that he did.
The police could be wrong. It could be 100 different people. JR has more enemies than any other man in Dallas.
You know something, Pam? I have always hoped that you and Bobby would get back together. But the gap between our families is far too wide. You are clearly a Barnes. And I can't even imagine you defending Cliff after what he did to Bobby. Maybe the best thing for everybody is for you to let go, and Bobby can marry Jenna. Then the Barnes and the Ewings can go their separate ways once and for all.
Then why don't you start, Sue Ellen, by leaving here right now?
I think you're right.